around collaboratives that are developing between our tertiary education sector and industry.
Hello and welcome to About the House. To help ensure our education sector is not left behind as we move into the 21st century, the House Employment, Education and Training Committee is inquiring into innovation and creativity. Committee Chair Mr Andrew Lamming MP and Deputy Chair Ms Terri Butler MP have stressed the importance of tackling the issues early and planning for the future.
Well, as you know, Australia, coming off the mining boom, has to be looking to the future of what we call the new economy. And the 44th Parliament took up this issue of looking at the National Innovation and Science Agenda that was announced by the coalition government. But down here in Canberra, both sides of politics agree. They concur that we need to be mapping, by planning early, the future of our economy by making sure the graduates of our schools and universities are ready for the jobs of the 21st century. That's what we're focused on, and I'm delighted that Terri Butler, my Deputy Chair, is joining me to continue this in the 45th Parliament.
Oh, well, I'm pretty excited about this inquiry, of course, because we're looking at the university sector, the TAFE sector and vocational education training sector, and how they can interface together to really build innovation and creativity, which is what's really important for the new economy, I think, Andrew, don't you?
Look, exactly, and why are we worried? We're concerned about a few things. We need our school system to be at the level of other great economies around the world. We do not want to be losing women in particular at school level from STEM, which is science, technology, engineering and math courses. And globally we're saying this is a challenge right back to primary school. So the benefit of being an education committee, we can be looking at questions that will be affecting Australia 20 years from now and trying to come up with answers by going out around the nation and meeting with some of the sharpest minds in this area.
The inquiry hopes to foster stronger ties between industry and education.
We were concerned about, first of all, some OECD measurements that were indicating that in general industry is not as closely connected to our education centres, in particular universities, as most other OECD economies. We know we can improve on that. Secondly, there is some concern about whether schools are producing graduates that are ready for the genuinely challenging fields that are entering into our economy post-mining. So we're glad that as a nation we're identifying areas of opportunity, but we're not confident necessarily that schools and universities are agile enough to identify, say, the needs of startups.
Andrew's talking about the real importance of making sure that young people coming through have got an attitude that's entrepreneurial, a get up and go attitude. That's what really Australia needs. And we talk about high growth startups, which are big creators of jobs, and that's the sort of intention of them. We're not necessarily talking about something that's sort of scary and something that only happens in Silicon Valley. Here in Australia, there's a really big culture of firms starting up, starting really small and with a global growth mindset.
While it is easy to focus on the university sector alone, TAFE and vocational education is also a major part of the inquiry.
But our message to graduates out there is focus on problem solving, creativity, having the agility to possibly know that when you graduate you may not be working in the field where you earned your degree. To those out there that are in incubators and startups, we can do it as well as the rest of the world, and we can capitalise on what our great universities are doing, and never forget that over half of all innovation is taught in our TAFEs and our vocational sector. They haven't been forgotten with this inquiry.
Thanks for watching. If you'd like to learn more about this inquiry or make a submission, you can visit aph.gov.au/EE.